Alrighty, folks, this is a session that I look forward to each week. It is done because of one individual. One individual goes through all the comments and pulls out the spicy, the good, the intriguing, and ones that I may have missed. And that, of course, is Millennial Mike. Man, I still can't believe you do this for me and our audience. So thank you so much. And what'd you find this week?
Yeah, so we got a lot of good questions. We have questions that, as you mentioned, some of them are a little angry, some of them are maybe a little bit basic, and some of them are questions where you give an answer, and I think, I just want to hear you elaborate more because I think more people may be interested. So you and I were talking about seller financing a couple of weeks ago, and Kyle Dorn, 2502, he says that he really appreciated our conversation, but can you guys talk more about how to pitch seller financing? He says he's listened to Dion's method of pitching it, but he wants to know more examples of how you, Mike, would do it and how Mike, would do it.
Well, I'll go first. For me, it really starts with understanding if the seller can't even say yes. I think there's a lot of investors who are desperate to pitch it and are pitching it, frankly, to people that can't say yes, right? The owner, at least in my experience, has to have a decent amount of equity, probably greater than 50% to even consider it. Because then you could structure, the 50, 40, 10s, and there's ways to get there. But I think there's a lot of people in a rush to do it when the owner's got 3, 5, 8, 10% equity. It's not going to play there. It's a different strategy. It's often called sub two or other creative financing. So first and foremost, you got to make the seller can say yes. And the first question I generally ask, right, as we're getting to know each other, because this is really about relationships, it's not the asset, is I generally ask, what's your plan for the money? And I think people would be shocked that a big chunk of money, a couple hundred grand, 500 grand, $1 million is a problem for most people. It's a problem. Other things I might go at based on our interaction might be taxes, right? If I get a feeling that they're kind of against paying a bunch of taxes, that's an opening. I'm basically looking for the opening. First, what are you going to do with the money? Taxes. What do you want to do for income? You're used to getting cash flow. What would you like to do there? There's lots of ways that we can get at it. And again, the last thing they might poke at is they're just tired, right? They're a tired landlord. So basically, during our conversation or due diligence or walking properties, I'm looking for my angle. I don't have one script. I'm basically trying to feel him out. Where does he want me to go? Is he a tired landlord? Does he want income? Is cash a problem? Taxes. So those are all four things. And all four of those things will be in my pitch or my talk. It'll rely on the person on what order they might go.
Yeah. I think those are interesting points.